Rutka, Ms. Curtis, Ms. Gonzalez and the admin team, teachers, friends, parents, and to the class of 2014. Fellow graduates, I congratulate you on making it through the public education system. I am privileged to have been your peer and honored to have been elected to speak on your behalf. I thank you for this opportunity and ask you to join me in a round of applause for the parents, guardians, teachers, and mentors, without whom we never would have graduated. Now, I must admit that when I came to Earl Haig in grade 9, I was surprised. Through some sort of temporal accident, my birth took place in the 90s rather than the 50s, and this mistake led me to have unrealistic expectations regarding high school. I expected my teenage life to resemble an Archie comic or an episode of Happy Days, but for better or for worse, this is not to be. Barring a few exceptions, the portrayals of high school in TV, movies, and books are wildly inaccurate. Unlike the students in popular American stories, we Haigers spend most of our evenings and weekends doing homework, and we rarely throw wild house parties. With the increasing demand for high marks from post-secondary schools, high school has become serious business, with far more work and less play than the media would have us believe. We do not all hang out at the mall or in the malt shop. Fortunately for me, Haig also lacks varsity jacket-wearing football players who cram nerds into lockers. I really dodged a bullet there. What Haig has that fictional schools never seem to is a positive environment where students are free to do what they like with minimal interference. At any given time, it's impossible to walk from one side of our school to the other without having to fight your way through at least 2 dance routines, 3 impromptu jam sessions, a business club's vending table, an art gallery, and 5 heated gaming sessions. Although the live and let live environment at our school sometimes leads to chaos and traffic jams, its value cannot be overstated. Every one of us benefited from an environment in which we could do what we loved without fearing criticism. My favorite perk of attending a high school as welcoming, large, and diverse as Haig was the ample opportunity to join extracurricular activities that interested me and to meet people with similar interests. There are hundreds of graduates here who, for that reason, had vastly different high school experiences than me. We were all in the same building, but the experiences we had in grades 9 through 12 varied depending on our areas of interest. Students from other schools are always jealous when I tell them what Earl Haig offers. We should be thankful that we are among the few able to attend such a great school. Few others can compare to ours. Some adults will say that high school is the best time of a person's life, but I hope that they're wrong. Don't misunderstand. I love Haig, and I hope the same is true for all of you. But that's behind us now, and I don't want the best part of our lives to be over. We can enjoy our future endeavors more than we enjoyed high school if we take what we learned here and apply it in the future. A lot of what Haig has taught us has to do with success. For some of us, success means being the very best that no one ever was, and for others, it means reaching a personal goal. Regardless of how we perceive it, we graduates are all well poised to attain it. The first step to success is, of course, to always work hard. As students of Earl Haig, this is something we know well. Our school boasts of artistic geniuses, entrepreneurial experts, academic powerhouses, and athletic superstars. The determination of Haigers likely comes as a surprise to outsiders, being as our mascot is a bottom-dwelling fish that eats mud, and that we've labeled ourselves with the sound of coughing geriatric names. I, for one, have always been impressed by my peers' ability to work their butts off. The results of ceaseless effort can be seen in everything our grade has accomplished. The performers and organizers for our school shows enjoy regular late-night rehearsals to produce their high-caliber plays and musicals. Our charity-based clubs raise thousands of dollars. Our many bands and musical ensembles practice hundreds of hours before beautifully serenading audiences. Our athletes won awards of all sorts, and the magic made during socks assemblies wow us. Some see these successes as manifestations of latent talent, but I don't believe that. At Haig, I've met people who prove that it's willpower, not talent, that makes a person successful. I run track and cross country. You may think that being 6'2" gives me a substantial advantage, and while I'm sure all the ladies love it, it really doesn't help me when I'm competing. Just last month, our school's 6-lap run record was beaten twice in a row by a runner half my size. Athletes such as this one teach us that when you ignore your so-called limitations, precious little can stop you from meeting your goals. Working hard will make it infinitely more likely for us to succeed than laziness or complacency will, but we do realize that nothing can guarantee success. Failure and strife are parts of life we'd all like to avoid, but that none of us ever will. High school has taught us all that success can elude you, even when you give 100%. Sometimes you bomb the test you studied for all week, and other times that special someone isn't interested. Students at Haig are no strangers to adversity. We all know the struggle of trying to wash our hands using our school's perpetually malfunctioning sinks and our chronically empty soap dispensers. Many of you suffered through advanced functions in calculus, a grueling math course whose daily homework and weekly quizzes ought to be condemned by the United Nations. As a grade, you survived superfluous promposals, independent reading projects, period 2 lunches, and science fairs. High school didn't go smoothly for anyone, far from it. But upon looking back, I'm sure most of us can see the benefits of the adversity that we faced. There is a lot of trial and error in life. Most successful people assert that failure is necessary in order to succeed, because the lessons learned through it are the most valuable in attaining success. Receiving a bad test score, isolating what went wrong, and doing better next time is a success all in itself. Jonathan Kent once told his adopted son that when we are tested, when we decide what we stand for, when standing is the hardest, we learn who we are. His son turned out to be Superman, so I think we can trust his advice. As we get older, it seems more and more like we'll never get to stop working. Many of us have mere days to go before we start summer jobs and are back to work. We're young adults now, and we understand that working is what adults do. The older ones warn us that time moves faster the older we get. It's tempting to take what we've learned and start succeeding, to grow up and show the world what we're made of. Do so, but be mindful of the fact that too often we work so hard that we're busy sleeping when the time comes to enjoy our successes. When we find ourselves pulling all-nighters and getting sick, or when we focus on studying to the exclusion of friends and family, we need to reevaluate. Sometimes we have to go through a lot of bad to get to the good, and if we can't enjoy that good, then what was the point? As eager as we all are to carpe some diem, we shouldn't forget to enjoy ourselves along the way. Successes aren't worth it if we don't take the time to appreciate it. So take a breath and truly savor this moment and all that we, the class of 2014, have accomplished. We are all capable of amazing things when we choose to be. That's probably on a cheesy inspirational poster, but it's also true. We've learned some important steps to success while at Haig, and as we go on in life, we'll learn more. If we keep learning, then the best days of our lives will never be behind us. Instead, they will always be before us. I have to admit that as eager as I am to move on, I don't want to go. I'm going to miss this. It was fantastic, and so are all of you, my fellow graduates. You're what I'm going to miss the most. It's much easier to get by with the help of friends, and I couldn't have asked for a better group of people to get by with. May your days be many, your troubles few, and may the force be with you always. Thank you, and so